Oh yeah. Come on. Let's see if the mic works and shit. Come on. Let's see if the mic works and shit. Oh yeah, baby, it's on. We are live here for the Chinese Grand Prix here, Saturday tier, round 7 out of 8 in this championship. I am Flip-Flop Fish here. I am the sole commentator today, unfortunately, but as you noticed, the quality's better, and there's 60 frames per second. At least it should be showing up on your screens. The stream has been improved a lot. I've run the PS5 now. It makes some stuff so much easier, and it looks a lot nicer too. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. The better viewing experience for you guys. Lane 69's on a lap currently. We don't know his second sector split here. Actually, he's still in the second sector. This is the first time we've done China since Season 4. I was the last victor here in the main tier. Beat Gurman and Diego. Back in the good old days when I used to be quick. Lane 69, though. I'm not sure what his second sector split was, but he should improve on this time. I think my time trial time was a 31.6. So Smithy actually set a very good time. Smithy has joined in as a reserve very late in the season. He raced in our Invitational Series a few months back. Did that a few times, and he's put in a good result so far. Jim with a 32.7, pretty good time on those softs. Xiaomi up in a third with a 32.9 on the mediums. That's a good time. Same with Chenzo Benabinassi in a fourth, and Monieta Cheeks in fifth. Also had very good times on the mediums. Lane 69 apparently did not improve. Or did he just start his lap? I don't know. The timing's glitched. Switch back on the lap. Brisky, he's up 1.8 seconds here. That would promote him right around that top 10 range here. Be a good result for Brisky. He's struggled so far this season since he joined back in Belgium. Coming up to the line now. What's his time? It's a 38.7, so he's lost a lot of time. I think these timing screens are being a bit glitchy here. It just seems like it is. Leader Lee on a lap P14 right now for the Haasman. He's back from a vacation. Can I get a better camera angle? No, we don't want the side view. We don't want the side view, Cody's. Please, give me something. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's what we'd like to see. Leader Lee's only up 2/10, though. Maybe he could get up into P13, but it looks like he wants to start on a better tire for the race than the mediums. Lane 69 goes up into P2, a 32.4 on those soft compound tires. They're not an optimal race tire, but you can do a soft to hard strategy on this track, on this game. You can also do a medium to hard strategy or a medium to soft strategy. So if you're on the mediums, you have a little bit, some more options. And especially if there's a safety car around midway, you're in the prime spot to potentially take a victory here. Leader Lee's coming up to the line now. It's not going to be a great time from him, though. I don't think so. Very cautious around that second to last corner. Coming up to the line now for Leader Lee. He puts it P13. Stu 86 OG's changed his name to Why Always Stu. Almost invalidated there. Surprisingly, he did not. A 52.5 through the second sector. And onto this windy bit, into this long right-hander. He goes very wide. And something I picked up in time trial, at that corner right before this one, you want to take the shortest line as possible. You want to cut it almost. On the inside. Faminabot is lagged out of the session. Hopefully he doesn't need an invite. I don't want to have to deal with that. Stu's on the lap. Somebody improve? I don't think so. Stu, though, P15 currently for the AlphaTauri man. Hasn't set a lap time in the session. Same with SCST, many things. Fred the Red and Zuti. With Fight Me Now Bot, surprisingly, our champion, retiring early in quali here. Maybe trying to present himself a little bit of a challenge for this race. Stu 86 OG comes up to the line. It's P5 for Stu, a really good result. Jim 111 jumps up in a P2. Jim could get pole. He can't get pole here. He has about, 3 minutes left in the session to get another lap in. I'll invite Fight Me Now Bot real quick. And on PS5, it's much easier. Actually, he's back in here. Didn't show up on my screen, though. Great game, Cody's. FCST is on a lap on his second lap on more worn out mediums. We're going board with him here as he heads down the straight. One of the longest straights in F1. Was probably the longest straight, I think, before Baku came onto the calendar. Can we get a better... I don't want to see that awful camera angle, Cody's. Please. Please. Please, and hold up. Why am I on my TV pod? I want to adjust the camera settings, too. I can't do that. I'm going to have to deal with the TV pod offset or whatever. Shit. That's going to suck. Up to the line, here comes SCST. Goes P4, 32.8 on those mediums. That puts him in a great position for this race with Fight Me Now Bot at the back. He could be your race favorite. I mean, Shahomi's up there too. Shahomi's on the softs, though. He's coming out on the softs. Same with, no, I think Shahomi's the only one who's settled up on the mediums that's coming out on the softs. Maybe Francesco. Could be another driver who did that. Stu, we know he's down on his lap. Smithy's on a lap. Through the right-hander he goes and onto this long back straight where top speed is going to be crucial. There's a fine line between having a more downforce setup and more straight line speed setup. I feel like you need more downforce on this game. And that's what you see on a lot of tracks is that you're running like 9-11 wings, 11-11 wings, 8-8 wings. You never go down to like 2-5 or 1-3 like you did on previous games. It's always the... You always want to run a high downforce setup. Smitty improves by 0.3 of a second. Very good time from him there. Switchback. Fred, I think Fred could be on a good lap here. He's certainly one of the quickest drivers in the Sunday tier, making his debut in the Saturday tier as a reserve. Don't we just love this camera angle? Come on, give me a better camera angle. Fastest first sector for Fred. I mean, a 31.9 isn't that crazy of a time. I did a 31.6 in time trial earlier today. Fred Red could get this. SCST's retired, Stu's retired, Monier's retired on 4-lap old mediums. That's not going to serve him well for the race. Matthew on a lap on fresh softs. I think he might be coming towards the end of his lap. We'll go on board with Matthew since he's... Nope. He's definitely not. No, fuck. Who was I on board with? Fred. I can find him. There we go. Fred the Red. I'm not sure if he had a purple middle sector, but he certainly had a purple first sector, which is a very difficult sector, a little windy section, sort of like Malaysia. He's got a car ahead of Francesco. Francesco neatly gets out of the way. Fred the Red hits that apex there, and coming into the final corner, it's very easy to spin here. If you hit too much of the inside curb, he avoids the inside curb and coming through onto the main straight. Fred the Red, he's going to take pole here. Oh, no, he didn't. He did, and he lost it by 0.03 of a second. Lane 69 is about to start a lap, but we're going to have to go on board with Matthew. He's up 0.3 through the first sector. Now Bot has rejoined finally. Or second sector, sorry about that. Matthew improving by 0.3 would promote him to P8 at the moment. Shenzo Benabassi and Manu de Cheeks qualified on medium. Same with SCST and Shahomi. Matthew coming up towards the line now. We'll see if he uses more curb. No, he misses the apex by a ton, and that's going to cost you a lot of time there, Matthew. It's still going to be a decent result for him. It's P5 for Matthew. Probably his best result of the season, if we're being honest here. You having a Giggles up 5/10. Drivers are finding time in the dying stages of quali here. Giggle, he's had a few good results. Belgium, I believe he got P4 after penalties. Here he comes up to the line. A 32.4 for you having a Giggle. Francesco's on a lap. He's up at second. Oh, purple for middle sector there for Francesco. Could Francesco put it on pole here? Could it be his first pole in WSR for the American, the FedEx delivery driver, Francesco? Taking his skills to the F1 game here. Taking the shortest line. I don't know why he's just not keeping it on the racing line there down the straight. As he hits the braking zone of, I don't know, like, is this like turn 15? I don't know. I don't give a shit. Here he comes up towards the line now. Francesco. Through the final corner. Hits the apex perfectly. Accelerates out the corner. Could this be pole position for Francesco? No, it's a 32.3, but puts him on the second row of the grid. Lang 69 apparently got another lap in. A switchback coming towards the end of his lap. He's down a 10th. So switchback, I know switchback's very quick. He said a 1:30 here in time trial, I think. Or maybe it was a 1:31.3? It was a 31.3. So we know he has the pace here. He improved by a second in the last sector. He must have had some sort of mistake earlier in the lap. Apparently leg 69 is on an out lap. I think we need to tell Lange to retire the car, or else it'll be glitched. Come on, Lange. He's on an out lap, apparently. I think his car's glitched. All right, come on. Don't need to extend this qualifying session out any longer. We'll look to the best times here. SCST Xiaomi starting in the top 10 on the mediums, but was that really worth it? Because you got jumped by, what, 7 other drivers. Monier and Chenzo didn't even qualify in the top 10. Same with Switchback. Mediums just aren't a great tire around here. Apparently Lane just started his lap. Lane, retire, dude, or leave. Do one of the either. I don't think he's on a lap. I mean, yeah, it's 1 second left. It's glitched. Lange, leave or retire, dude. Come on. Come on, Lange. Codemasters and their glitches. Oh, apparently got pole. Apparently Lange is on pole. Wait, how did he get pole? What? What? Did he actually set that lap? Hang on. I mean, that looks like it looks legit. He must be desynced. Let's like, if you're a driver, go tune into the stream right now. That's the legit time. No, it's not. It's legit. It's not like he has like a 30-second buffer in one sector. That's legit. A 24.2, 27.4, 40.1. That's a legit time. I don't think it's a glitch. I think he just improved. Look at the times. Yes, he did. Definitely. I mean, if he could, a 31.8 isn't that crazy, dude. The eye level's on 50. I mean, let's ask him. Lane, do you want to tell us if did you actually set the time? All right, can we ready up? He said he did, so it's probably legit. Can we is it readying up for you guys? Lanes, you gotta leave, bro. You're glitched still. Whatever. I guess that could be your penalty. Zudi, are you lagging too? Come on. Ugh. Alright, it's ending. Finally. My, there we go. Alright, I'll try. Actually, I can. Alright, I'm inviting Lange. Sorry for the technical difficulties, guys. This is a pain in the ass. This game sucks. I mean, there's not much you could do about it, man. They're never gonna fix the glitches, right? So you just gotta deal with it, live with it. It's no biggie. I mean, many things, his connection is decent as the host, so I don't think it can be that issue. He's joining back, though. He'll be back for the race, and we can finally get the son of a bitch formation lap underway here at China. We got a Williams on pole position, a Lane. She's lagged out of the session, though, so he'll be lucky to make it back in time. Smithy, 69 on pole, not on pole, he's on season second. Front row of the grid for Smithy in his debut this season. Fred the Red in third, good result for him. And it's also his debut in the Saturday tier, but he's done the Sunday tier the full season. Smithy is not. This is just his first race in general in Season 6. Fernasco and Jim and Giggle, they all put in really good results. Same with Matthew, who had one of his best qualifyings of the season. Then we got the guys who put on the mediums and did a really good lap on them, actually. FCST and Xiaomi P8 and P9 for those two. Stu 86 OG and P10 on softs, and then everybody else is on either mediums or hards, with Inakil Concenza, the two Aston Martins on mediums, same with Risky, and then the rest of the grid has opted for the hard compound tire. They're going to be going deep into this Grand Prix and potentially going to the soft compound tires for the end of this race here at China. Championship has been decided in the drivers, but in the constructors, it's still wide open here, guys. Let's look. Constructors Championship. Yeah, Mercedes have 58 points. Williams have 54. Ferrari have 47. Alfa Romeo 42. Alpine with 35 and Red Bull with 32. They're all in contention here. With McLaren, Aston Martin, Haas, and AlphaTauri pretty much out of it, I'd say. Let me just wait for the drivers to come around the formation lap now. This track has, what, like 14 or 15 turns, I believe? I think the hairpin might be turn 14. We'll pull up the track map real quick. Alright, yep. Pulled it up here, yep. Hairpin is turn 14, and then we head into turn 15, a slight right-handed kink, and then the final braking zone of turn 16, where it's very easy to spin the car, either on entry or on exit. If you hit the curb on the entry on the side, you're screwed. If you hit too much curb on the exit on the outside, you're screwed. It's a very difficult corner. Firmino Bot is last currently. Your champion for the season. I think he could make it through the field here, though, especially with the strategy he's on if he gets lucky with the safety car. Yeah, it should be quite interesting. The battle for P2's not over either. Look at that. Verstappen with 58 points. He's not here tonight. Lang 69 with 50. And then pretty much the only other driver who's actually here in the top 8 is Giggle with 23 points. So some of these guys can move up quite a bit. A lot of the top guns are not here tonight. Maldonado, K-Money, Reaper, Apex, me, Wolvers retired for the season. And Firmino Bot is starting at the back. So it should be quite interesting to see what happens here. Everybody's about to line up into the grid positions, and we can finally get this son of a bitch race underway with Lane 69 all pole position. Wait for the fire red lights now for the Chinese Grand Prix. Round 7 out of 8 in the Saturday Tier Championship. And it's lights on, away we go. I think Lane 69 got a pretty good start there off the line. Yes, he got a brilliant start. And Featherred got a bit of a shocker there. It's down into turn 1. Here comes Francesco down the inside of Featherred. Jim backed out early as he was in the middle of that 3-wide moment. But Featherred's trying to hold it down the inside. We have one car going wide. I believe that was You Having a Giggle. Yes, You Having a Giggle's gone wide. What a disastrous scene for You Having a Giggle as further back. Yeah, Giggle's down to P20 as Featherred's gone for a spin out of the exit of, I believe that's turn 4 it is. I think, yes, that might be turn 4. He's gone for a spinneroonie, and that's thrown away his really good qualifying session there. Stu 86 OG looking for a move by Matthew here as they head through this left-handed curve. Brilliant corner and then into the right-handed curve. Lane 69's your leader, though, with a decent gap to Smithy here of about probably 8/10. As we head towards the end of Sector 2 now. Any drivers making moves? I think Matthew's pulling out to the inside of Xiaomi. Yes, but Xiaomi stays ahead, and he's up to P7 on those medium compound tires. He's the highest medium compound. Oh, no, it's SCST who's actually the highest medium compound tire runner. You Having a Giggles had another spin there as they head onto the back straight. Link 69's weaving like crazy. He's trying to stick ahead of Smithy. Smithy activating the ERS. We've had another spinner in the infield. That's Inakilk. But down into turn 14 they go, the hairpin. Here comes Smithy down the inside of Lang 69. What could be a brilliant move if he pulled it off. There's wheel banging, but Lang 69 keeps that. He activated a little bit of his deployment there to keep ahead of Smithy. Smithy picks up a warning there on the exit. I think You Having a Giggles had a third spin on this lap. What a disastrous start for him. Hopefully he can get back into the thick of things as we head down into turn 1. No moves to be made from the top pair just yet. Smithy's still lurking, though. He wants to make a move on Lane 69, but it's just not plausible right now, not possible. As Chenzo Benabassi is looking for a way by switchback from P13. He's up in a P8 on those hard compound tires. He's looking really good for the later stages of this race. Chenzo Benabassi still trying to sneak by the Mexican. We know he's a very quick driver. I've seen him in other leagues. He's insanely quick. He's as quick as me, but not able to make the move there down into turn 5. I think that's turn 5. I got to get my turn names figured out here, boys. That's turn 6. Shit. Well, Giggles pit, 30 seconds off the lead, been a disastrous start for him. He'll probably put on the mediums or hards and try and go deep into this Grand Prix and hope for a safety car. Jim 111 is looking for a way by Fernasco here. As they approach the main straight and through turn 11, they go into turn 12. Jim is very close. He's 3/10 back. There's no DRS this lap, but he's certainly close enough to get a bit of a nice slipstream here and potentially make the move down into the hairpin at turn 14. He's in the slipstream of Francesco. Jim's down to about 30% ERS, though. And he's activating his overtake, trying to pass Francesco. Down into turn 14 they go. He's going to try and go around the outside here. Smithy's made a move for the lead on lane 69. Oh, baby, they're going side by side into the final corner. Turn 16, who's going to back out first? They're going side by side. They nailed it. Nobody's spun here. Absolutely breathtaking scenes here. Lane 69 trying to go around the outside. Smithy down into turn 1. They go. Smithy's going to have the preferred line on the inside. Lane 69 is going to break late. He's going to try and get ahead, but Smithy has the preferred line. But no, Lane 69 holds it, and down into turn 3 they go. Lane 69 keeping the lead here. But Smithy's going to have some decent traction coming out of turn 4, and into turn 5 they go. The right-handed kink. I think he's gone ahead. No, Lang just still holding it around the outside into turn 6. Lang's just going to try cut back here. No, he's going to try and sneak it around the outside, but I think Smithy's just gone ahead for now. Yes, he has. Jim was not able to pass Francesco on that lap either. Matthew Hero just got by switchback for P9. Shenzo was able to pass him also. These two up front are putting on a hell of a show, but remember they're on the soft compound tires, and look who's in P5 here. FCST's on those mediums. He's in a great position later in this race. Some of these guys on the softs might do a 2-stop here with how bad the tire wear is around Shanghai. But Smithy's only about 5/10 back from Lange is only about 5/10 back from Smithy as we head onto the main straight. It's actually 3/10 now. He's activating his ERS. He has 74% battery left here. That's going to be an easy move for the Belgian onto the back straight. Here he goes, pulls out to the inside, and it's a nice DRS overtake there for Smithy. Further back, Jim's trying to make the move on Fernasco. Down in the braking zone, Jim's gotten the move, but he's out of ERS. His red light is flashing, and Francesco's going to try switch back here through turn 15, and then Shahomi's actually made a move as well. We got a lot of action going on right now. As Francesco's picked up a time penalty earlier in this race, and somebody went to the box. It's Stu. I told you somebody would do a 2-stop. Stu's already into the boxes. Down into turn 1, here comes Francesco on Jim with an absolutely beautiful camera angle there. Jim's trying to, oh my gosh, Jim came out of nowhere. Lost the rear a little bit. I don't think he intended to force Fernasco off as much as he did, but it was still a nice move from Jim to hold it. And he's up into P3. Francesco now with the penalty as well. So FCST on those mediums, just waiting for these guys to start to struggle with their tires. Ooh, Leaderly's out of spin. Firmino Bots lost a few positions here as well, as he goes side by side with Monier to Cheeks. These two are going to be battling neck and tongue tomorrow in the Sunday Tier Championship. They're only 15 points off each other with 2 rounds to go. And they are P1 and P2 in that championship. Firmino Bot gets the better of Monier to Cheeks, though. He's up into P14. And he started last. So it's not been a horrible start for a fight. I think he lost a few positions, though, last lap. He was in P12 for a split second there. Smithy, 69, trying to get past Lange, 69. 7/10 back, though. It looks like Lange ultimately has the better race pace right now, because last lap he was only 3/10 back from Smithy. But this lap, Smithy's 7/10 back from Lange. As, a VSC's been deployed for Leaderly, who wrecked it. And he's got no wing. Full wing is off of that Haas. And he'll give Yevon Giggle some competition there, back for the last place. But the question becomes here is, if you're on the softs, do you pit here for hards and try and go to the end? Smithy's boxing. Smithy's taking the gamble. He's boxing for hards. Or maybe mediums. I mean, Stu went to the hards, so he's trying to go to the end. Jim's pitting. Francesco's pitting. A lot of these guys are pitting who are on the softs. I think Matthew has to pit here, too. Yep, he comes into the box. So Lange is the only guy in the softs to stay out here. Smithy, what tires does he put on? It is medium, so he's doing a 2-stopper. Jim, what tires does he put on? Mediums for Jim, mediums from Francesco. Matthew Hero, what tires does he put on? Firmino Bot and Monier de Cheeks have also pit as well. Matthew, going for the mediums. Firmino Bot goes for the mediums. Monier de Cheeks, he goes for the softs. So all these guys are doing 2-stops here. And that's going to really shuffle up this race, guys. I mean, I think most of these guys can make up that time. Leaderly's pitting for a new nose, obviously. And Giggles, unfortunately, 42 seconds off the lead. He had 3 spins on the opening lap. Monier's got a drive-through, though. Well, shit, that's ruined his strategy. I'm not sure if this has really opened it up for the guys on the mediums who qualified on them, like Chenzo, Xiaomi, and SCST. Might have hurt them a little bit. Even though the 2-stop really isn't a great strategy around here, even if you get a virtual safety car. The delta really isn't that much between mediums and hards. Chenzo will easily be able to get by Xiaomi this lap, though. I think FCS2 will start to close in on Lange, who for some reason didn't take advantage of that safety car, or VSC. Here comes Chenzo on the slipstream of Xiaomi. He easily makes the move heading down into turn 14. He's promoted himself up to P3. Monier's wrecked. I wouldn't be surprised if he calls it quits. And he's just left. Damn. Fred the Red getting by Risky. And Smithy just got by Zute. Zute led his Ferrari teammate by team orders. They're down at Ferrari. Smithy, how far is he off the lead? 18 seconds, even with that sheep pit stop there under the VSC. That's a lot of time to make up. He's got to make up about a second a lap. Risky's retired at the final corner. He's binned it. Will that bring out a safety car here? I'd be surprised if it didn't. And it hasn't. Wow, I'm shocked. That's a bit of a... I mean, that's a very dangerous spot for a car to be, but I'm not going to complain, really. I prefer the races where we don't have 10,000 safety cars. Stu's into the box. Why is he pitting? I don't think he wrecked. Maybe he's just waiting to battle with Leaderly and Giggle? It could be the case, I don't know. So this race has really changed from all-out action, which we saw in the first 4 laps, to really a strategical race here. Because as you see in the left-handed side of your screen there, we have a lot of guys who pit for mediums who are up near the top. They've committed to 2-stop strategies, while we have guys like SCST, Chenzo, and Xiaomi who may now want to stretch out the mediums to the softs, seeing that those guys went to a 2-stop. And definitely the guys who are on the hards are going to go to the softs at the end. You know, the softs just aren't a great race tire here. You really don't want to be on them at any point. That's why I was surprised Monier pit for them. Chenzo just got by FCST. Chenzo's flying out here. He's gained a second and a half on lane 69 on just that last lap. I think Lange has to pit here, man. He's losing tons of time here. Fred the Red just got by Fuego. And Lange stays out. He's going to... I think Chenzo could get by this next lap. He's 1.7 seconds back. He's flying out here. 35-2, the fastest lap of the race for Chenzo Benabinassi. Smithy, he's flying through the pack. We'll see the gap to the leader now. It's 17.3 seconds, so he's gained a second on that last lap. He needs to gain a second a lap to win this race. Oh, Leaderly's had a spin again at that same corner. He needs to figure himself out there, man. Stop using that curb, man. It's very dangerous. SCST, 3/10 back. We'll just watch Chenzo here. See how he's doing. He is quick right now. I mean, about 35-2, but of course he's 20 seconds off of this pair at least. Jim 111 looking for a way by Zuti. He's lost 3.8 seconds though to Smithy. Smithy was able to carve his way through the field quite quickly, and it's paying dividends for him. This sort of reminds me of Singapore 2019 in a way, as Fred's wrecked. Is it wing damage? By the way he's moving his car, it doesn't look so. But he's still in the softs. I'm surprised he didn't pit under that virtual safety car. Chenzo's already gapped FCST by a second. He's in the DRS now of lane 69. Chenzo has the pace to win this race. I mean, I think Smithy could definitely challenge him on that 2-stop, but I mean, if SCST's getting gapped after a lap, as we've seen so far in this race, I mean, if you're any of these guys behind, Xiaomi, FCST, Switchback, you're thinking it's a battle for P2 now because Chenzo's absolutely flying. As Lange is into the box, we Leaderly just retired that last lap. Here comes Lange. He'll be taking these tires around 21 laps to the end here. We'll see what tires he does put on, though. Oh my gosh, Leaderly's car just came back onto the fucking road. This is going to be hectic for many things, man. He's got to be cautious here. These AI cars are crazy, dude. He's retired, but he's coming back onto the racetrack. Like, look at this. Codemasters! This is a fucking joke! I mean, many things. You better be careful. He's going to slow down here, and yep, he's going to pull off to the side. There goes his car. But many things just lost out about 2 seconds there in that kerfuffle. Chenzo Benabinassi flying out here in the lead. 1.3 seconds ahead of SCST. Xiaomi has some good race pace, too. He's 6/10 back from SCST. Looking pretty good there. I think this is turn 11 coming up? Yes, turn 11. Usually you want to take this corner in third gear in a hot lap. These guys shifting down to second though, because you have a heavier fuel load, obviously. Show me 7/10 back. Smithy was able to pass Fuego the previous lap. He's flying out on those fresh mediums. Show me won't make a move here, I don't think, in the turn 14. FCST's out of VRS though. Maybe he could make a move down into turn 1. He got very close to the back of that Mercedes there, but he just doesn't get the traction off of the exit there. That Mercedes is planted to the racetrack. But ultimately, Shomi's losing out a lot in the dirty air here. The dirty air is very prominent at this track in real life. Maybe not so much in the game, because the game has a different sort of like model as to how they were doing like dirty air and DRS this game. I don't understand why dirty air is like non-existent and DRS is like not powerful at all. Like, it makes sense for the 22 cars, but the 2021 cars had so much dirty air, but the DRS was so powerful. And the slipstream is powerful as well. Slipstream is non-existent in this game, which makes no sense. And Kilk wasn't able to make the move on Fuego. Fuego in those hards has put in a solid result so far. He's only 18 seconds off the lead. Chenza's a mighty fast driver, though, so I mean, you really can't take much out of that. Who's crashed? Giggle at the right-hander, and he's left. You're supposed to retire it in the pits, but honestly, Stu, why are you even racing, dude, if you're not going to finish? That's what pisses me off. He pit about 3,000 times. You just doing this for practice? We can find other drivers. Xiaomi, he's 5/10 back from FCST. Will he be able to make the move in the turn 14? FCST's red light is flashing. He's out of hers. Can we get a better camera angle? All right, this works, I guess. Here comes Xiaomi trying to go around the outside of turn 14. Oh, will he be able to pull off the move? He's alongside FCST, and to turn 16 they go. He's going to have the inside line. No, he doesn't. No, SCST stays ahead. But onto the straight, Xiaomi's going to activate Mortars. He's trying to get by this Mercedes. Down into turn 1 they go. Xiaomi's flying up to the back of the Mercedes. He's going to pull out to the outside, and into turn 1 they go. Xiaomi's up into P2, but 3 seconds back from Shanzo now. Further back, Inakilk, Fuego Mall, Jim are forming quite the train here. Francesco and Lange further back. Lange has lost out a lot of time, but he's still in the back of Jim, who was provisionally P3, I think, there before the VSC and the pit stops. Ooh, here comes Lange 69 on the inside of Francesco. He makes the move. Nice move there from Lange. Opportunistic move from the Belgian Waffle. Here comes Jim, pulling out to the outside of turn 6. Nothing doing yet. Further Red's at the fastest lap of the race, but he's 14 seconds off his nearest competitor, Matthew Hero. Flaming Albot just pulled off a move on Zudi into turn 6. Nice move from him. He's up in a P12. Inakilk still struggling behind Fuego Mo. The dirty air proving quite difficult here. Oh, Fuego goes, wow, oh my gosh, Fuego almost lost the car there. Oh, Jim's going to try and send it around the outside of turn 11. Oh, this is a whole, my mess. This is 3 wide action. Oh, Jim, and oh, Francesco. Jim goes around. That was going to end in disaster, man. They were just too close, too congested, and somebody's going to lose out there. It was Jim. Hopefully Francesco doesn't have wing damage, as Smithy's flown by many things. He's up in a P5, but many things is holding on the inside. Smithy left the door open. As they head onto the next straight here, Smithy's gone ahead. He'll have to pull out a little bit of a gap. Fuego Ball and Inakilk going side by side. Good battling from these two. Lane 69 is going to try and sneak in. He's going down the inside of Fuego Mo down into turn 16, the last corner. And he's made the move stick. Lane 69 going after Inakilk. Inakilk defense to the inside. Lane 69 going to go to the outside on fresher medium compound tires. It should be a decently easy move here, but Lane 69 hasn't gotten the position yet. Inakilk slammed the throttle pedal to try and stay ahead there. You saw his rear end come out really far, but I think Lane's just gone ahead here. Yes, he has. Somebody's had a spin. Who was it? Who was it? Matthew. I don't even know where he's at. Him and Fred are way off the pace here. Matthew does not have wing damage. So now as we enter the next stage of this race, I mean, Smithy, how far is he off the lead? 16 seconds. He's not gaining much time. Chenzo has played this strategy card brilliantly. I understand why these guys pit, the guys on sauce pit under the VSC, but also you want to go to the end of the race. You want to do a one-stop here. You can take the hards 23 laps. Sure, they won't be good at the end, but you undercut these guys a little bit up at the front. At least I think you should be able to, right? I'd hope. As, Francesco and Fuegamal. Francesco passed Fuegamal into the back straight, and he's ran out of ERS. Fuegamal has the ERS now. He has the deployment advantage. Come on. Seriously, Cody's? As down into turn 14 they go. Francesco went really defensive there. Fuegamal wasn't able to stay ahead. And now it's Francesco and Enikilk are about to have a battle here. These two have put on quite the show this season, man. Every single race, it seems like they're battling. We could make a whole highlight reel, a 10-minute highlight reel of just action between these two. As Francesco looking for a way by, Enikilk down into turn 1. He's going to pull out to the inside. Enikilk leaves him the space, the respect. But Francesco's got the inside line. Enikilk goes a bit deep into the corner. But he's going to hold around the outside with superior traction there. Excellent defense here from Enikilk. Francesco has fresher tires, but around turn 4 they go. I think Francesco's just got ahead. Damn, that was a hell of a battle. Those two are excellent at making things interesting. There's many things. He's sticking with Smithy. Smithy on those mediums, they just aren't working for him anymore. He's gaining about half a second a lap on our leader Chenzo, but that's not going to be enough to get ahead by the end of the race. Oh, as many things. Oh my gosh, he hit that curb, and that curb sent him flying. And now he goes wide for good measure at the next corner. He's just lost ERS to Smithy. Enikilk 6/10 back from Francesco. We know Francesco was out of ERS that previous lap. Enikilk still got 35%. Fabiano Bots just made the move on Fuego. Could Fight still win this race? Nah, he's, 28 seconds off the lead, and Chenzo's not going to give up that type of time. As here comes SCST into the box. We'll see what tire he puts on, as Fuego just got by Fight Me Now Bot. It is the hard compound of tire for SCST. Be very bizarre for him to do two-stop. Fuegamal and Fight Me Now Bot battling into the final corner. Fight's on the inside, though, now turns into the outside for turn 1. I think he's pulling out ahead. No, Fuegamal's using up a lot of ERS to try and stick in this battle, but down into turn 1 they go. Fight's gone ahead. Enikilk down on the inside of Francesco. Cuts the corner a little bit to try and make the move, but nothing doing there for Enikilk. Oh, Fuego's gone back ahead of Fight Me Now Bot, who spun. He spun out of turn 4. Just lost it there. Fred the Red and Matthew Hero here. Fight's quit. That is, how many drivers have we had quit in the pits today? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, and then we had 2 drivers leave. Yeah. I just don't race if you're not going to finish or have the intention to finish. Come on. Fight, you don't have to win every race to feel good about yourself, man. I get it. You think you're too good for some of these guys. My gosh. It's pathetic. I haven't seen Enikilk or Fernasco retire once this season. None that I can remember is SCST just got by Enikilk. Enikilk's tires are gassed here. 12 laps on those mediums. I mean, by that point they're around 50%. Enikilk's still trying to make a move potentially here on SCST down into turn 14. On the inside, SCST is going to have the superior traction on the exit. He sticks ahead of Enikilk. Mercedes driver's promoted himself to a P8. Matthew Hero, he is 5/10 back from Fred the Red at the moment. 6/10 back now. We'll look at all these drivers' fuel levels. We'll see if anybody's underfueled. Matthew was underfueled, as SCST is about to make the move on Francesco down into turn 6. They go. Francesco goes defensive, but FCST has superior traction around the outside there, and he gets ahead of Francesco. He's up in a P7. FCST is putting on quite the charge here. He could still get P2 in this race.
I think he's going to undercut Xiaomi by a little bit here, but Xiaomi might be going to the soft. Same with Chenzo. Lange is underfield. Smithy's underfield. So Smithy, Lange, and Matthew here are all underfield their cars here, guys. And what that means is there's not a safety car. They could run out of fuel before the end of this race. Chenzo's box is this lap. He's going to go to the hards, presumably. Xiaomi stays out. He might try a medium to soft strategy. I think at the stage, that's probably what he's going to do. As Chenzo comes to the box, it's hards for the Mexican. Oh, as Jim's looking for a way by Fuego. Fuego in those hards has been putting on some excellent defending skills here today. Jim just performed an absolutely insane cutback though on Fuego. And he moves himself into P10 as Fuego almost loses the rear once again. What a fucking save from Fuego there to not lose the car. That's impressive driving from Fuego. I am very impressed by how he's driven today. He's driven clean. He's had some good battles. He's had some decent pace. I mean, to be fair to him, he's on the 14-lap-old hards. He's sticking ahead of Zudi, who's a similar pace driver. Switchback's a guy to look out for here, too. Only 5 seconds off to Xiaomi. Could he get a podium here? It'll certainly take a lot for him to do so. As Matthew lost it at turn 2. Switchback might start to pull off a little time from Xiaomi here. We'll see what he does through this right-hander of turn 13. Gain about a 10th. And that's all you need through most of these corners, man. You gain a 10th every corner? That's about, what, 1.4 seconds a lap. Currently nobody's inside the DRS, I don't think. Maybe Ennikelk on Francesco. Remember, this battle between Ennikelk and Francesco is for position, because both of these guys still have to make another pit stop. There's no way Francesco's doing 24 laps on mediums. Same with Smithy. Even Lange. I don't think Lange can go to the end here. And Chenzo actually jumped Lange, even though Lange had a huge undercut on him. I just noticed that. I mean, Chenzo, in his debut race in the Saturday tier, he's reserved once before in the Sunday tier in Brazil, but his wheel fell off the fucking stand and he crashed it. He's put on a show today. He's dominated so far. We'll go to Ennikelk and Fuego real quick. Both of them are pitting. Ennikelk goes to hards. Fuego gonna go to mediums. Yep, mediums for Fuego. He'll have some good pace near the end of this race. Better than Ennikelk. Chenzo Benabassi, 3 tenths back from his Mexican compatriot, Many Things, who is another one of those drivers who's going long into this race on hards. Same as Zudi, Many Things, and Switchback. They're all doing that hard to medium strategy, unless they stay out for softs, which I don't think softs have great race pace here outside of the first 2 or 3 laps. I mean, you want to pick the mediums if you're going to do a hard start on the hards here. That's what I'm trying to say. Softs just are shit. Chenzo Benabassi. I hate this camera angle on the back straight, man. Why does it give us the rear end? I don't want to see the rear end. Do any of the people in the stream, do you guys want to see the rear end when we're trying to watch a battle down the straight? As Chenzo just got ahead of him, Many Things. He's up in a P4. He is currently 14 seconds off the leader, who still has to pit. All these guys in the top 3 have to pit. I guess Smithy doesn't have to pit, but I don't think he's going to the end on those mediums. No way, Jose. You are not doing that. What would that be? 11 laps? 22 laps on mediums? Is that possible, people in the stream? Have any of you done a league race around here? Do you guys know if that's possible? To do take the mediums 20 plus laps? I mean, I guess Xiaomi's doing 16 here. Right? I think Lynch can go to the end. It's going to be very close for Smithy, though. I just don't understand why he just didn't pit for the hards under that virtual safety car. Would have made it a lot easier for him, and he'd have better pace at the end of the race. Chenzo's already closed 7 tenths in the first sector in a bit on this lap. So Smithy's just not really, he doesn't really have the pace right now. He wasn't able to undercut Switchback or Xiaomi by that much. And that strategy of doing that 2-stop just isn't paying off for him right now. Now, does the Xiaomi pit this lap? I think Switchback could pit this lap for mediums. I just don't think the softs are a great race tire. Because the tire wear is probably, it's around like 10% a lap on heavier fuel. Of course, they're going to be on lighter fuel near the end here, but it's still a decent amount. Tire overheating could also be an issue in certain parts of the track. Notably the end of Sector 2, I'd say. Xiaomi boxes. Obviously, he thinks he had some pretty good pace on those older mediums that he didn't want to pit for a fresh set of tires. What tire is it for the McLaren driver? It's soft, so these guys are doing a medium to soft or hard to soft strategy. Same with many things. As is a wrecker at turn 14 at some Fred. Many things comes into his box. Puts on the medium, so I like what many things is doing here. I don't like what I guess Xiaomi had no other choice since he stayed out so long. I mean, the hards are going to have no pace near the end. Compared to the guys who are on... I guess... Never mind. What am I saying? SCST's on hards, Chenzo's on hards. They still have a good pace. Jim and Zudi pit. Jim on softs. Zudi's gonna... I bet you Zudi pits for softs, yeah. Oh, mediums. I'm colorblind. As somebody's had a wreck, it's Matthew Hero. He's into the wall. I don't know how you wreck it there, dude, unless you literally don't know how to drive. Could be possible. I mean, I guess you hit the throttle too much, but how do you end up in the wall? Because you have no speed. You're carrying no speed through the exit of turn 14. Chenza 6/10 back from Smitty. Smitty goes wide. I think he's trying to let him by to get the DRS, but the detection point was like 5 seconds ago, Smitty. I'm not sure what you were trying to do there. Does Chenzo even have DRS? Yes, he does. Smithy's still in the slipstream. He's activating his reserves to try and stick ahead of Chenzo. This is the battle for place if Smithy doesn't pit again. Down into the braking zone at turn 14 they go. Smitty's lost out to Chenzo. Switch back boxes. We'll see what tire he puts on. But we may have to go back to the battle for the lead. Smitty certainly looked keen to get by into turn 14. Somebody's had a wreck. Matthew? Is he intentionally trying to cause a safety car? Because if he is, he can get a race ban for that, and his season will be done. As these two are going side by side into turn 1. Sorry I was missing out on the battle a little bit, because I was complaining about people intentionally causing safety cars. But Chenzo and Smithy are going side by side through the little snaky complex of the first sector. And here comes Smithy rallying outside at turn 6. Chenzo cuts him off. What brilliant defending from Chenzo, man. He got the fucking balls to the wall out there. He does not give a shit. As Smithy's going to try and go down the inside, and to turn 7 they go. Hey, a little bit of a wiggle there for Smitty. He almost lost the rear end. As they're coming into the end of Sector 2 here now, Smitty's going to try and stick with them. Matthew Hero's still trying to intentionally cause a safety car. You want to get banned from the league, dude? If you keep doing that, I might just ban you. I mean, I am the owner here, and I'm not going to put up with shit like that. As Smithy, he's only 3/10 back. He might be able to make the move. Hopefully it's still working as, Smitty, baby! Did you see how loose he got on that exit, man? He is trying to put all the stops to keep this lead, but he's 8/10 back now. And all that work he was doing on the previous lap to try and stay with Chenzo, it's all come undone. Bravo to Smitty. That's what I like to see from drivers. I like to see that balls to the wall action. And Matthew Hero, nice job, bro. It's not like I haven't noticed that you've been intentionally trying to cause a safety car for the past lap. Seriously, dude? Do you have anything better to do with your life than intentionally cause safety cars? My gosh. Did he take it personal that I said he was a bit of a goofball for spinning a turn 14 on the exit? Oh my gosh, Francesco. Wow, I'm surprised he didn't spin that thing, as the two Alfa Romeos are being very aggressive here. Down into turn 1 they go. Switch back on the inside. Thank you. Thank you, Daniel. I'll try to be a little bit less... What is it? What's the right word? I want to sound less like an NPC sometimes. Sometimes I'm too serious about it. You gotta enjoy it as a commentator. Just have fun with it. I love calling drivers out, though, for their bullshit. Especially when they make it like a very dumb decision. Like, I don't care that I'm the owner of this league, man. I'll call you out for it. Hopefully they don't take it too personally. Smitty, come on, stay within the DRS, dude. I want to see a battle for the lead here. I don't think it's going to happen. Xiaomi. Watch out for Xiaomi here for the win. He's only, what, 5 seconds off the lead on those softs. I mean, those softs are going to drop off, man. But who gives a shit, man? Maybe Xiaomi could get up to our leader, Chenzo, put up a little bit of fight around lap 25, 26.
Here he comes on lane 69. He's about to take a podium place here from the Williams. Lange has more battery, but he's not using it. Show him he's out of battery. Matthew has retired coming into the pit lane. Nice job, Matthew. Did Lange tell you to cause a safety car, or are you just doing it to be a bitch? Here comes Xiaomi down the inside of lane 69. Will there be a safety car here? Haha, there isn't. Screw you, Matthew. You're making a safety car in this race, dude. Should have crashed on the main straight. Xiaomi just got ahead of Lange, but Lange is coming back at Xiaomi down into turn 1. There you go. He's going to go around the outside. He gets ahead into turn 1. Xiaomi. I mean, he did all he could, but he had to get by Lange there. He had to keep him behind somehow, but he ran out of errors. I mean, for Xiaomi's sake, he needed to get by because he actually needs to get by turn 6 here if he can. Send it! Daniel Ricciardo style. He's too far back. 3/10. You got to be about a 10th and a half back to dive bomb on this game. Or else you go into another stratosphere in the braking zone. Francesco pits for softs. He'll come out around Innikilk, so him and Innikilk are going to put on another display of excellent driving here. Fred the Red, I'm proud of Fred for sticking with it, unlike some of the other drivers who quit or intentionally tried to cause safety cars. Wink, wink, Matthew. Xiaomi, he needs to get by Lange this lap. I think he'll be able to get by a lot easier this time because he's a lot closer coming into the back straight than he was the previous lap. And then he can set his sights on our leader. He's 5 seconds off the lead, but losing this lap to being in Lange's dirty air has really cost him if he wants to win this race. He can certainly get P2 here because Smithy's tire is going to be as shit as Xiaomi's will at the end of this race. I think Shenzo still wins this, but, you know, anything can happen. Shenzo could probably bend it in the barriers here at some point. I wouldn't be shocked. Xiaomi just got by Lange. Lange is going to try and cut back. Xiaomi just doesn't have the errors to battle Lange. Lange has more errors. You see Xiaomi's red light is flashing at the rear. That means he's out of battery. And he won't have the DRS again here, I don't think. Is it going to be Lange that gets DRS? Yes, it is. And Lange will be ahead once again. It will be a... No, he doesn't have DRS. None of them had DRS. They were too close to each other. As down into turn 1, they go! Oh, they both pick! Synchronized spins! Oh, and that promotes FCST into P3. Switchback. Will he get by either of these guys? He gets by Lange, and he's really close to Xiaomi now. Xiaomi's tires will be squealing out there. He'll be struggling for grip. Oh, Smithy's out of spin! Everybody's spinning right now! And Switchback! Could he be into the podium places here out of nowhere? The German driver! Here he comes on Xiaomi. Xiaomi's out of hers! Down into turn 6. They go. They're going side by side. Xiaomi's going to try and hold it. Switchback! Rides into the side of him just a little bit, but I think it's fair. And coming into turn 7, here they go. Switchback's going ahead. Xiaomi's going to try and come back at him, but that spin might have really distracted him here. He might have gotten a little bit pissed off, and you don't want to be pissed off as a driver in the cockpit, man. It really just messes with you. You start making stupid errors, you start getting warnings, you start losing the rear a little bit, and all of a sudden you're in the fucking barrier and you're out of the race. You don't want to get mad, man. You got to keep your emotions in... Fuck, I messed it up. I don't know. In check. You got to keep your emotions in check. Xiaomi 7/10 back, Lange 69, 1.3 seconds back. I can't believe those two spun into turn 1. My guess is that Lange understeered into him, because I think Xiaomi's on the outside. I don't know how Xiaomi spun as well. Smitty's had his 10th spin on this lap. That's why you don't do mediums for 16 laps, pushing them hard. He can still get some points here, maybe. It'll be difficult. He'll be battling Fred and Zudi. Poor Zudi's had nobody to battle this race, man. Fuego really isn't had anybody to battle either. Ugh. Xiaomi, 3/10 back. Let's look at the ERS deployment here for these two. Both with no errors. Nobody has errors, except for many things, who somehow has 80%. You know something I want to talk about? Oh, a Smithy has another spin, dude. Jeez, brother. How many spins are you going to have, dude? I mean, your race has gone from good to okay to bad to fucking shit in about a lap. Is he causing a safety car too? Thank you, Smithy, you're not. I mean, if you do, you're not racing the next race. It's a race ban for intentional safety cars. Matthew might just get one for the shenanigans he was pulling off there. Oh no! Show me! No! Oh! Oh my gosh! I thought Lange was gonna destroy him there. Show me! Oh no, Smithy, are you really causing a safety car, brother? I'm just gonna recommend to people who drive in other leagues who are watching this potentially. don't intentionally cause safety cars. I don't. Smithy ran straight into the barrier at turn 1. You think you're gonna bullshit me, dude? I see you. I'm watching you right now, man. Do something stupid. Stop on the track, please. I mean, you make the race interesting, but you'll piss off a lot of drivers. And I catch you on camera, bro, you're getting suspended. So lick my cock. And now we have no battles on track, unfortunately. Show me what that spin has sort of made this race a bit more boring. If you want to see Matthew here being a complete utter douchebag, go back about 10 minutes before he retires. Yes! I'm not going to give you a ban. You'll probably get a race ban, though, because why are you stopping in the middle of the track? You did it about 5 different times, and then you tried to wreck intentionally going into turn 1, I think. And then you intentionally wreck going into the pit lane, bro. What are you doing? Well, like, what's your problem, dude? You just want to cause safety cars because your race went like shit? Can you not get over yourself, dude? Is your ego too big? Please explain to me why you intentionally tried to cause a safety car. Was it because you had one spin? And you probably weren't going to get points? You would have had maybe some battles with Zudi? Was that the issue? I'm just curious, dude. Or are you just not going to comment and be a bitch? Tell me your POV, dude. Why? Matthew, please. Give me your insight, dude. I really want to know. You probably won't give me an answer, though. Come on, Zudi. I want to see a battle here. Battles are brewing here between the Ferrari and the Merc. Wish we could see this in real life too, but unfortunately Mercedes are absolutely ass right now. Even though Hamilton had a really good lap today, and then I don't know what Russell was thinking, put it on softs there at the end of the qualifying. But yeah. Thank you, Marone. Love you, bro. You're always welcome back if you want to race at some point. You and your goofy buddies. Because when we did the Invitational Series, you guys were the only 4 drivers who'd show up every week. We had like 6 drivers at the end of that season. It was a joke. So many gimmicks, but you guys still showed up. And then we'd like race after. We did the actual like stream and stuff. It was fun. No, I don't want that camera angle. No, please. Does anybody want to see that camera angle, man? We've had to deal with that shit for like 10 laps now. Hey, Matthew, have you given me a reason why you were intentionally trying to cause safety cars? Oh, down the inside goes Zudi22. He outbroke himself. But bravo to you, Zudi, man. Balls to the fucking wall. I don't care that you went wide by like 20,000 feet. I like that, bro. Aggressive driving, but it's clean too. It's not like he took out the other driver in the process. A lot of drivers make that mistake. They take out the other driver while they're trying to be aggressive. If you can be aggressive and not like crash out other drivers, bro, be my guest, bro. I want people like that in my league. Make it a show, man. You got people you're trying to entertain here as well. What am I even trying to say? Trying to entertain the viewers and yourself. That's what I was trying to say. Have a good time. If you're not having a good time, what's the point in racing, right? Just show up to crash out? Really? Get over yourself. Chancellor Benavassi, we really haven't had a talk about him. I'm starting to lose my voice here because I've been screaming for the past 40 minutes, and I don't have a co-commentator. I've had a co-commentator like once this season, and it was nice because my voice wasn't dead halfway through the race. But sometimes I enjoy commentating by myself because then I can go absolutely off the rails and shit talk. Switch back. He's 1.6 seconds back now from SCSC. He's closed the gap by 3.5 seconds in the last few laps. Those softs are going to start to fall off for Switchback, but man, if they can just hold on for another lap or two, and he gets that lead before the final lap, anything's possible for Switchback. It could be P2 here for the German. Shomi's closing up to lane 69. Those two, they had that contact early in the race. Is there some bad blood between those two, man? Can't wait to see what happens. Fernasco and Jim, these two have battled a lot this season as well. They're some of the best drivers in this tier. Jim, Fernasco, and Indico. P7 through P9. And many things are starting to enter that conversation as one of the cleanest drivers in this tier. One of the most respectful drivers in terms of racing. P6 through P9, they all know how to race. They're extremely clean. And they're some of the best drivers in this tier. Because even if they're not winning, they don't care, man. They just put on a great show. Fred the Red and Zudi going side by side through the little snake complex there. Turns 1 through 4, down into turn 5, and then into turn 6 they go. Zudi goes defensive. Fred the Red's going to cut to the outside. He's going to try and get the better traction through turn 6. And is he able to? Oh, no, he loses it. Oh, and that's going to be a end plate gone for Fred the Red. And Unfortunately for Fred, that's pretty much his chance of getting maybe any points over in this race. Smitty's still going to finish the race in P13, and then we got the two Alpines who are in AI mode. Oh, baby, Francesco and Jim. Damn, they're pretty close to each other here. Down the straight they go. Francesco's gone ahead. Jim's out of ERS. His red light's flashing. He pulls out a little bit to maybe think about a move into the hairpin, but nothing doing for Jim. Jim's on 3-lap older softs, which is about probably around 20%, 15% aware, at least. Smitty puts on the fast lap of the race. It won't count for him, though. He's in P13. Shenzo Benabassi. 7 seconds ahead. For the Mexican, it's been quite an easy race since those guys at the top. All the guys who started on softs, once they pit for medium compound tires, to try and go to the end of the race. That's actually what Lange and Smitty were trying to do. They were trying to go to the end. Same with Fred. I don't understand that strategy. I think you should have gone for the hards when you pit on lap 4 or 5. They essentially threw away their chance of the win there. Lange threw away his chance of the win by not pitting. As a very bad move. But Shenzo sort of took advantage of that. He had better pace than FCST and Xiaomi, who both started on mediums as well. And then Switchback was on hard, so he wasn't really going to contend early in that race. It really changed the complexion of this. And it really benefited Shenzo, that virtual safety car. Because once he got clear, man, he was gone. He got that CST by a second on the lap after he passed him. And I was thinking, man, I think Shenzo's got a great chance of winning this. And he just sort of flew away from the rest of the pack. We didn't really have many retirements after the first few laps. Once Stu retired, we didn't really see anything for, like 10 laps until Fight quit. Because apparently not finishing P1 every race makes him an entitled bitch. Matthew then decided to try and intentionally cause a safety car, but luckily it didn't happen. And Smitty had that spin that cost him a podium. But Chenzo and FCST and Switchback are really the only 3 drivers who have stayed out of incidents this race. Maybe many things too, as Lane 69 and Xiaomi. Xiaomi just passed Lane 69 going on to turn 6. These two both do not have penalties, and Lange is out of gas! Lange is out of gas! He ran out of gas on the final lap! Holy shit! He's out of fuel! That's why you don't underfuel the car, folks. You don't know if there's not going to be a safety car. No wonder Matthew was trying to cause a safety car. His teammate was going to run out of fuel. Top tier strategy from Matthew here. Take the race ban and help my teammate get a podium. But it's not going to come to fruition here because Matthew retired and the safety car didn't come out. And now his teammate's out of gas. Smitty's wrecked the turn 1 for just some reason. And here comes Chenzo Benabassi. He's going to win round 7 out of 8 in this championship. He's not in the championship hunt. I mean, Mabut's already won that. But it's a moral victory for Chenzo. He finishes P1. Dominant display from Chenzo. FCST in P2 shows what he's made of. He's been a really consistent driver since he joined the league. Switch back in P3. Bravo to you. Show me nice recovery up into P4. And I have to say, many things. You're like the only driver outside of the top 3 that stayed out of trouble. So bravo to you. Nice P5 finish for many things to the Mexican. The Mexicans finished P1 and P5 in this race today, giving their home nation something to cheer for. Francesco's always putting on excellent battles. Same with Jim. Lang 69, unfortunately, just ran out of fuel there. And if he had a safety car, man, he'd be in a great position. But unfortunately, the safety car never came out in this race outside of the VSC around lap 4. And Kelk ran out of fuel as well, coming towards the line. Same with Fuego. All these guys ran out of fuel. Look at this. I think pretty much all of them did. Fuego's out of gas. And Kelk was out of gas. Zudi's out of gas. Fred still has fuel, but as they're coming across the line, we had about 5 drivers finish out of gas. They're not accelerating, man. Holy moly. Now we just wait for Smitty. Smitty's out of fuel as well. Everybody ran out of gas except the top 5. Here comes Fred. Bravo to Fred for finishing this race, unlike some other drivers who decided to quit once they had 1 spin. Nice result, Fred. Smitty's just trying to make it to the line here. He's still in Sector 2. How did he pick up a 10-second time penalty for track limits? I'll never know. But here he comes through a Sector 3, turn 13,
taking his sweet ass time here. Come on, Smitty, come on! Finish before the timer runs out, brother. You might not make it. He's accelerating. He's in third gear. He's powering down the straight. And he's trying to catch many things to show me. Well, can we see a move here down into turn 14? The noseless Ferrari pulls ahead of the two finishers. Smitty activating the errors and heavy braking now down into turn 14. He misses the apex somehow. He's only in fifth gear, driving 100 miles per hour, but he misses the apex. He picks up another time penalty. Codemasters, fix your fucking game. How has he picked up a 10-second time penalty for track limits for that? Are you joking me? As he comes around the final corner, Smitty is your final finisher. He finishes Pete. Oh, another time penalty. Is this game broken? What's going on? What the hell? This is a bunch of malarkey. Bravo, guys. Bravo. That was a good race. Other than Matthew trying to cause a stage guard to help his teammate out. Chanzo Benabasi's your winner here, and we'll get the Mexican national anthem playing here in just a moment. Just give me one moment, please. Hopefully the short version.
Take like the rest.
All right, Shanzo, do you have your mic shared? I want to do a quick interview.
Yeah, what's up?
All right, so what am I gonna ask you? Maybe I'll ask you like, what am I gonna say? Fuck, I don't know. Give me a question.
You can just ask me anything, bro.
What did you think of Matthew trying to intentionally cause a safety car there? Did you notice?
Oh, I didn't.
You did? Bro, you should watch back the stream, bro. He stopped like 3 or 4 times on the track, and it didn't work because he didn't wait long enough, and then he tried to crash out of turn 1. He had major wing damage, it didn't bring out a safety car, and then he crashed out coming into the pit lane intentionally. And the whole reason he did this is because his teammate was low on fuel. Lange ran out of fuel with a lap left, so it was interesting.
What?
I went ballistic on him, bro. It was hilarious. So run me through your race real quick, because it was quite boring after probably the first 10 laps.
So I started on the mediums on 12th, I think, and I was just gonna do the one stop, like from the start, unless a safety car came out. So I just pushed as much as I could, as far as I could. I think I came in lap 14, and then just slapped on the hards and pushed the rest of the way, man.
Yeah, I think that VSC helped you out a lot because some of those guys made the mistake of putting for mediums. They tried to take them 24 laps.
Yeah, you're right. Those VSC helped me out a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I probably would have hit on like lap 13 or 12 if it wasn't for that.
Yeah, but the thing is also was those guys on the softs, they went to a 2-stop or they were trying to do mediums for 20 laps, and it just wasn't gonna work. So.
Nah,
you had a lot less chances for accidents.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, that's
Overall,
about
pretty
it.
good race. What'd you think,
Yeah,
dude?
I thought it was a good race. I mean, the second half I started to get like shit talk a lot just because I felt like it as the commentator
Hey
to
man,
make it
that was my
exciting.
first race without ABS.
What? Really?
Yeah, man, I surprised myself there. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you were quicker, way quicker than Xiaomi today.
Yeah, so last night we were, I think it was like me, Zudi, Cherry, and Czech. We're just messing around. Took the ABS off, and I got a good feel for it. I thought it was gonna be really, really difficult. I mean, it's still kind of, I have to learn how to handle it, but it's a lot better than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's not that difficult on this. It's not that difficult on this game. I had to win it on F1 2019. No traction control. TCS. Next for him? Shenzo, do you use traction control? Or you
No,
turn that
no,
off?
no, no. No, I'm off of traction control.
Yeah, yeah, no wonder, because you were always a bit slower than me before you took it off. So many things, you already took it off, dude. Alright, well, I think that's it for the stream, guys. Thank you for watching. Tune in tomorrow. Have a good weekend, many things. Nice race. Peace, guys. First stream on the PS4.